Hello and welcome everyone to Cafe. I'm Crystal Candy.
And I'm Clarence Reynolds. It is great to be back with you to share all of the fun and exciting events happening this week.
And I tell you what, there is always something fun happening at the Orlando Science Center. Let's head over and see what's going on. The Orlando Science Center is packed with floor after floor of science, and we're talking about animals, we're talking about dinosaurs, we're talking about experiments, and our go-to for all things science is Jeff Stanford from the Orlando Science Center. We could talk science all day long because truly science is in everything, and you guys demonstrate that so well here at the Science Center.
Thank you, Crystal. It truly is. It's our mission, it's our passion. We want people to be excited about science and understand how it impacts their daily lives, and that science helps generate some very special skills that help all of us be successful and attack those challenges that we face every day.
You know what else? It's just fun too. And you guys have such a great way here of doing different hands-on experiences that draw people in and help them learn in a fun way, but where people don't even realize they're learning sometimes.
Yeah, that's a great point. People learn more when they're having a good time. You know, we promote learning through play. Everything at Orlando Science Center is very hands-on. It's an immersive environment. We want people to learn and discover together. So in every exhibit that we have, whether it's the All New Life exhibit, whether it's Kinetic Zone, whether it's our Makerspace The Hive, or Our Planet Earth Space Science Hall, or even the Dino Digs Dinosaur Hall, there are these things that get people engaged in hands-on learning, immersive learning, to learn, to discover, to create, and do that together. And we're really proud of that. The organization is very dedicated to these big experiences.
When you said do things together, it's one of those things where when we come to the Science Center, we see families, we see grandparents, grandkids. You've done a great job to make it engaging for all ages because you can continue to learn and learn and learn throughout your life.
Absolutely. There is no shelf life on curiosity, right? There's no age limit on learning something new. So we try to create experiences that engage the whole family together, that engage multiple ages. We like to say that the Science Center has a layered experience. For the little ones will enjoy it for one reason, and the older kids will enjoy it for another reason, and the adults will enjoy it for another reason altogether. But we're all coming together to celebrate science, to be this place where the community can engage together to learn something new and to explore the world around them.
And one of the great ways that you have continued to evolve that mission is the new Life exhibit, which is quite stunning and very hands-on and interactive. How excited are you that Life is now officially unveiled?
We are so thrilled to that Life is beginning at Orlando Science Center, and this exhibit, this exploration and celebration of nature and conservation, began more than a decade ago as we started to pull together the grand vision of the future of Orlando Science Center. As we put together these ideas in what we call the Unlock Science campaign, we've been fundraising for more than a decade to expand experiences, to renovate exhibit halls, to increase access and resources here at the Science Center. And Life is just one of the latest projects, and it's big. It's the biggest thing we've ever done. It's made possible through some amazing partners like Orange County. We got some funding through the TDT initiative that helped make this possible, and some really incredible community donors like Dr. Sarah Layton, who became our presenting sponsor by making the largest individual gift we've had in our entire history. So Life is special for a lot of reasons, but beyond that, it is full of cool stuff. You know, there's animals from all over the world that you can check out, and not in displays. I mean, you're really kind of like going into their home and visiting them directly in their environment, and I think that creates a very special bond between our visitor and our animals.
It's just that inspiration, that interactivity that you guys continue to inspire the community, and that's what's so great too. So all the events you have throughout the year, the permanent exhibits that Jeff just talked about, you can find all of that information online at the Orlando Science Center's website. Check it out. There is floor after floor of things to explore and events throughout the year. So thank you so much, Jeff Stanford of the Orlando Science Center. And for you to learn more, go to osc.org. We love the Science Center, and we actually were just there a couple of months ago where they set a Guinness World Record. So I'm telling you, from world records to different fun events in the evening to like happy hour with your coworkers,
The
to
life
light displays.
exhibit.
The life exhibit.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It goes on and on.
Yeah, definitely. Well, the Orange County Regional History Center presents the community paper at this month's Lunch and Learn. The community paper has been downtown Orlando's trusted resource for all things local since 1989. Learn about the publication's longtime coverage of Orlando and its collaboration with the History Center on The Way We Were, featuring museum staff sharing stories from some of their favorite history-focused articles, people and places that have made downtowns such an interesting place. You can participate online or in person on January 3rd at noon. Visit thehistorycenter.org for details.
The Orlando Museum of Art presents Creative Connections on January 5th at noon. This program is designed for people of all ages with developmental and learning disabilities and those on the autism spectrum, and it helps them connect to art and the world around them. This will be an environment where there are no wrong questions or answers. The Creative Connections program is designed to spark imagination and foster creative expression. For more information, go to omart.com.
You can enjoy live music for free at the Morse Museum every Friday night from 4 p.m. until closing. On January 6th, you can experience the museum's exhibits and live music from some of Central Florida's finest musicians. The Morse Museum houses the world's most comprehensive collection of works by Louis Comfort Tiffany, plus American art, pottery, paintings, and decorative art. Go to morsemuseum.org for more information.
Are you feeling a little Christmas withdrawal? Well, ring in the remainder of the holiday season with the Lou Garden's amazing seasonal blooms now until January 5th. Hundreds of colorful and unique poinsettias, along with beautiful seasonal flowers and foliage, will create a wonderful, magical garden for the conclusion of the holiday season. This is the largest display of holiday plants in the garden's history. The historic Lou House Museum is still decked out with traditional holiday decor. Visit lougardens.org for more details.
See some of your favorite prehistoric creatures in a whole new way during Dinos in Lights at the Orlando Science Center. Encounter Stan the T-Rex and his fossil friends in a festive display for the whole family to enjoy. Dinos in Lights features the center's dinosaur display wrapped in twinkling holiday lights and synced to seasonal tunes. Shows happen every hour throughout the day until January 9th, and you'll find more information at osc.org.
You can still experience the magic of the Stetson Mansion's Holiday Home Tour until January 18th. Immerse yourself in 10 lavishly decorated rooms of this historic Florida landmark. This was named Best Holiday Home Tour in Florida by USA Today, Forwarders Travel, and Bob Vila. Luxurious designer decorations fill this 1886 Victorian mansion, which is also known as Florida's most historic home. Reservations are required. Go to stetsonmansion.com for tickets and more details.
Tucked away in the historic, quaint little town of Gotha is a wonderful experience for those of you who love the outdoors and love plants and love just really being with nature. It's called Kneeling Gardens. And Angela Withers is here. She is the president of the board there to tell us about the whole thing. What is Kneeling Gardens and what is it all about?
Kneeling Gardens, we like to think, is sort of one of the magical little not well-known places in Orange County. But we're gradually becoming better known, and we want to become more so. It was the historic home and garden of Dr. Henry Kneeling, who was from Wisconsin, and he bought the property in 1886 because a friend who was traveling down in Florida told him that a Mr. Hempel was creating this little, what he called a German colony in the wilds of what became known as Gotha. And This was something Dr. Nealing was curator of the Milwaukee Museum. He was an ornithologist, amongst other things, but he loved tropical plants. And this friend said this would be a place you could grow them year round instead of in a greenhouse up in the cold. So he bought the property sight unseen, about 40 acres originally, came down in 1886, and from then on every winter would come down and spend time there introducing plants, experimenting with plants. He was an extraordinary plantsman. And this garden of his, and he had 30 or 40 acres originally, it became a mecca for travelers in the early part of the 20th century. People who had never seen these fabulous tropical plants and caladiums. He's known as the father of caladiums. He was growing all of these on this site. But the story was lost because he died in 1929. And the wonderful house, he actually moving his family down. He decided in 1901 to move his family down and actually move to Florida. And so there were wonderful stories about the house. The house is special. The 6 acres that we have remaining are wonderfully natural. So there's so many things I could share with you about it. We really want people to come see it because it's different. We're not trying to be a Lou Gardens. That's wonderful. That has its place. We want to be an exploration garden. Because what we discovered when we bought the property, Dr. Nealing died in 1929, then it was bought by Julian and Maggie Nally, who were passionate about the work Dr. Nealing had done, and ran it as a sort of commercial nursery. Then for a number of years, they both died in 1978, within a few months of each other, had no children, so the property was subdivided. But they kept the 6 acres with the wonderful old house on it because everybody knew this was important, and it goes from Hempel Avenue down to the lake. So then it was rescued by the Bashardis, who lived they lived in Windermere at the time. He was an architect, loved the old house. Barbara was a passionate gardener. So they did a lot of work on it, and then Howard died, and Barbara couldn't maintain it. It became completely overgrown, but she wanted it saved. And so the Henry Nealing Society was formed at the end, right around 1999. The group started figuring out how can we save the property. She needed the money to leave. And eventually we got it at the end of 2009. And when you come and visit us, you need to know that when we bought it 13 years ago, our non-profit, it took a machete to get around the property. It was completely overgrown. Kudzu and air potato and cat's claw begonia and running bamboo. But here was this wonderful old house and a wonderful story and still amazing plants all in amongst us. And we said, we can make this work.
You know, you mentioned the tropical plants. How does it differ from other botanical locations in Central Florida?
Well, it's a mix, and when I say tropical, there are some more subtropical, is a little bit more appropriate. People would talk about coming and seeing his tropical plants, and some of them are. Caladiums, for example, are technically tropical, but they do brilliantly in Central Florida. So the main thing that is going to be different from other gardens is that we have left it very natural, because as we uncovered, instead of coming in and saying, oh, we're going to recreate, we gradually uncovered, and that was partly because we had no options.
Right.
We didn't have the money to come in. It was the best thing. Sometimes not having the money at the beginning is a really good thing, because as we cleared the vines and uncovered, we found all these amazing things. And then these wonderful old trees, the canopy, the huge tree canopy, and the things we found underneath, we were then able to keep them and supplement and bring back the things that he was growing that haven't survived. But also, we want it to be a place where people discover nature and discover gardens and say, wow, look at that. That's what happens when this grows here. When a tree falls down, we keep a lot of the fallen logs, and then we all watch the amazing fungi, and we put bromeliads on them, or we hang orchids. But you're seeing the cycle of life. You're seeing the natural progression of things. And that's where we're different. We don't just move out the flowers when they're dead. We trim them back.
And from those humble beginnings, are there now signature events that happen that people can come and engage with Nearland Garden?
We do, and those are fun. We've got one coming up, but we do about 3 a year essentially, and one in the spring that's more of a morning Caladium event, Caladiums, canvases and coffee, and we'll have artists painting the gardens and music and coffee and goodies and usually some mimosas and things too, to make it fun. And then in the fall, we've got one coming up now, it's called Owl Prowl, and sort of fall themed, but that is our main sort of fundraiser. But we again have artists painting because artists just love the place because it's different. It's not the usual, here are some beautiful flowers, here's some of this. It's discovery. And so they love and find their little area. So we again have live music. We have wine. It's an art and wine wander, and you can wander through the gardens. And we also have owls because the Avian Reconditioning Centre bring us some of their rehabilitated owls, and our own owls, who we have lots of them. They get a little bit territorial and they'll hang out and go, So we have to put the visiting owls under a canopy so that they don't feel too threatened by the owls, you know. But it's a delightful event, and you can chat to the artists and sample beer and nibbles and, you know, taste the food. So that's fun. Holiday event in December is our community event, and that is a Saturday right before the holidays, and we have nature-themed vendors, we have activities for the children. The wonderful old house is all decorated, and we usually have Santa and an elf usually helps him on the front porch, and families can come and have their photographs taken.
Very nice. Well, Angela, thank you so much. And if you haven't been to Nearland Gardens, it is in Gotha, and it is a wonderful experience for people who love nature, who love plants, and who really love the outdoors, and want something that's really unique in Central Florida. So thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Well, thank you. It has been a pleasure, Clarence. We appreciate it. We welcome everyone. Just go to our website first, because we're not open all the time because we don't have enough staffing yet. It's just we volunteers mostly.
Great. So check out the website first.
first.
Thank
there
you.
We go. All right. Thank you.
If you're looking for something a little bit unique on International Drive, you need to check out Cafe Tutu Tango.
It is such a cool spot, and they also have great food, and that's where we find Carissa Clark with this week's Taste of the Town.
Hello and welcome to Taste the Town. I'm Carissa Clark. I'm here at Cafe Tutu Tango on International Drive, and I would love to introduce you to their managing partner, Anthony Signor. Anthony, thank you so much.
Thanks for having us on the show, Carissa.
Oh, you are so welcome. I love this restaurant. I love this space. I love the food. I love the art. I think it's amazing. I'm very happy to be here.
Thank you.
So guess what? They do brunch. You heard me right. They do brunch Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I know, get excited. So you have a delicious recipe here from your brunch menu.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
We have a brunch favorite, our monkey bread.
Monkey bread. All right, this is
So
exciting.
our monkey bread starts with mixing some sugar and cinnamon, and then putting that on our biscuits, and then we build it in our pan. So we'll have some melted butter and brown sugar, and then we also add our pecans and raisins.
Okay.
And then we're gonna start to dress it up. So we're gonna house-made caramel sauce
Oh, Anthony.
by our pastry chef Jesus.
Oh, I love caramel.
Powdered sugar,
Even better.
a dollop of house-made chantilly cream,
Chantilly cream. That's a fun.
and finish it with a beautiful strawberry.
Now, if this isn't ever a happy plate of food, do you feel as excited as I feel? Oh, my heart feels happy. So tell me about the brunch.
Yes, so we offer brunch Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday 11 to 3, Saturday and Sunday 10 to 3. The best part about brunch, it's bottomless. You can get all the food you like, all our favorites, as many times.
It is an all you can eat. You just keep eating and eating.
And you don't even have to get up. The server brings everything out to you.
Oh, that just sounds awesome. That sounds like a lot of fun. So the food is all you can eat, and how about drinks?
The drinks, I was going to say, you can add fun. get bottomless mimosas for an extra $24.22.
Oh my goodness. So you can do bottomless mimosas and all you can eat. And I'm assuming that you have some entertainment here as well.
Absolutely.
So what is the entertainment?
So the entertainment's anything from a flamingo dancer, a belly dancer, an impersonator.
Wow. Wow. Like a belly dancer. Like that's just incredible. A flamingo dancer. That is so much fun. Do you have a lot of people that come in here, not only for brunch for a great time, but for like celebrations, for birthdays and maybe anniversaries?
Absolutely.
You must.
Yeah, we love celebrating big occasions. So for birthdays, we do a dessert. For anniversaries, we do a little toast or a shot if it's a 21st birthday. We try to make it
Yes.
fun for our guests and cater to them.
And as you can see, the walls behind us here are just fun. It is colorful, it is bright, just rises to meet the occasion. If you want to come and have a great time, this is where you need to be. Also, tell everyone at home, what is the cost of everything? How does it end? Basically, every single transaction ends in a
2-2.
2-2. Like, that's genius. Isn't that like the silliest thing, but it's super clever. I love that it's clever. And I also love some monkey bread. So this looks incredibly delicious. So I'm going to have a little taste of this.
Please do.
Okay. So you said that this is basically powdered sugar and caramel. There's pecans in here. There's cinnamon in here. There's fresh strawberries and chantilly.
Chantilly cream, house made.
Chantilly cream. So that also sounds amazing as well. Okay, I'm gonna get a bite. I might have to have two because this is right up my alley. I also love this as well, thinking that this is also a great way to maybe like celebrate at home, a birthday or a fun anything. Doesn't always have to be cake. It can be something like this. So here I go. Okay, I'm just gonna go for it. Oh wait, here we go. I'm gonna have a little bite. Oops. It's so good. It's falling apart. I don't care. Oh my gosh. That whipped cream,
Delicious.
the whipped cream is incredible. That is delicious. Anthony, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Very, very good. Please go to the website for more information. I invite you to come here to Cafe Tutu Tango for your taste of the town. Until then, I'll see you around town.
That looks delicious.
The food is good, and it's tapas, so you can try lots of little plates. Which
I
is
love
nice.
that.
Yeah.
And that kind of adds to the experience there because it is so eclectic and artsy.
Very much.
Really cool spot.
Behold extraordinary achievements and learn the stories behind them at the Science of Guinness World Records, now until January 4th at the Orlando Science Center. You'll get an up-close look at some of the most incredible world records and see if you have what it takes to set one yourself. Test your stamina on the hanging bar, race against the clock in a cup stacking challenge, and navigate through the giant Pac-Man maze while you learn about the scientific principles essential for achieving a Guinness World Record, like repeatability and verifiability. Visit osc.org for exhibit times.
That's so interesting that they tell you a little bit more about what it takes to actually set the record and the guidelines behind if you're trying to set a new one. And we experienced that
Right.
when we covered their world record attempt, which you can actually see a little video on their website, but it has to be repeatable somewhere else. So it can't be just like Clarence will now set a world record for
Right.
being Clarence.
Right. That won't work.
That already stands.
Probably not even verifiable at that point.
I love it. Well, that wraps up this week of events. If you have one you'd like to share with us for next month, send us an email at cafe@ocfl.net. I'm Crystal Candy.
And I'm Clarence Reynolds. Remember to join us next week to see what is new and exciting in your community.